Are the hands an extension of the bat? Does an ESPN commentator think so? The answer and video clips coming up next. In a recent Little League World Series Regional Championship game in 2017, a commentator from ESPN asked if the hands were a part of the bat. Here is the exchange.
Got him in the hand, he thought. Brian Fields is wondering if maybe his hitter, Jacob Calder, got hit by a pitch.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't really pull the bat. Well, it's a better shot. He did kind of get the bat back, but the knob is going towards the baseball, and I can see that being a foul tip. Hands are part of the bat. Hands are part of the bat.
Since I began coaching and umpiring youth baseball, a year has not gone by where someone didn't attempt to make the argument that the hands are an extension of the bat, and therefore, when a player is hit in the hands by a pitched ball, it should be considered a foul ball. The truth is, the hands are a part of the body. I have yet to see a kid leave his hands attached to his bat when he ran to first, or purchased a new set of hands when he bought a new bat. But still, this myth continues to exist. I can hear some of you now saying, in our league, the hands are considered an extension of the bat. Or, when I grew up, that was the rule. And to all of you, let me state emphatically, never at any time or any place or in any league have the hands ever been considered a part of the bat. That includes you softball people. It has never been a rule, ever. But that doesn't mean you were not in a league that ruled wrong, or that you had a coach or an umpire that was wrong and assumed the rule. But it has never been in any rule book. So why does this myth persist? One, commentators like this one do not help. I doubt that he actually thought that the hands were a part of the bat, but he was confused on the ruling in this case and simply stated a myth without further commentary. In this video, the umpire ruled that the ball hit the bat first. That would make it a foul ball. Second, if the pitched ball was in the strike zone when it hit the hands, which is not uncommon, it is still a strike. If this occurs in a game, those in the stands might wrongly assume that the myth was applied. If the batter swings or check swings, which then is considered a strike on the swing, then it's a strike. And if it's the third strike, the batter's out. Again, people may make the wrong assumption that the hands are a part of the bat, and therefore it was ruled a foul. Finally, if the ball hits the bat first, then hits the hand, it's a foul ball. Just like if the batter hit a ball that then hit his foot while he was still in the batter's box, it's a foul. So the question, if the pitched ball hit the batter's hands, what is the call? The answer depends on pitch location. A pitched strike can never be a hit by pitch. It also depends on if the batter swung at the pitch. It might even depend if the batter made any attempt to avoid getting hit, which is unlikely because getting hit in the hands is quite painful. As an umpire, I will almost never accept that the ball hit the bat first, then the hands, if for no other reason that it's next to impossible for that scenario to occur. Also, if the hands are hit, the reaction by the batter is typically immediate and obvious. As a coach, I'll simply ask the umpire if the ball hit the hands first or the bat first. If he says the bat, I'll leave it at that as this is a judgment call. Often the umpire will hear the ball hit the bat and therefore make that ruling. If the umpire says it hit the hands first and the batter didn't swing and it wasn't a pitch strike, I'll expect him to go to first base. But in very rare cases, the umpire thinks the hands are an extension of the bat. To end this short video, I'll play a couple situations and see if you hear anyone even mention this rule myth.
Who had about 11 billion knee surgeries as an NHL player. You're going to wear this one for a bit.
And Ravi, if I may, I did a lot of this when I was younger, helping coach kids and stuff. And parents would say on things like this, just shake it off. It doesn't hurt. I'm here to tell you that really hurts, and that's going to leave a bruise for that little guy for a while.
It's so easy from the stands to say, all right, let's go.
Right, just
get back up.
Rub some dirt on it.
Don't let him see you be hurt. Please stop. That's a baseball coming in around 65 miles an hour. It hurts.
Yeah, any big leaguer will tell you, you take one in the hands, wrist, anything like that, and it's going to stay for a while, and it's going to hurt for a while.
Right.
Lost to Idaho 13-9 in their second game. Here's Garrett Dodd. Ooh, inside, and he was hit by the pitch. So Dodd's aboard here.
Dodd could feel it. We couldn't tell, actually, whether it was the bat or his hand, but he knew, and he shook it at the umpire and said, look, that hurt.
1-2 to Prinz, and that hit his hand. Trying to shake that off. It might have hit the bat first. I think that's the ruling here.
Nonetheless, it hurts. Oh, right down over the fingers.
It glanced off the bat, but some contact with the finger as well.
Prinz would love to stay in the ball game. Now they're debating whether it's a hit by pitch and he gets first base, or whether it was hit the bat first, which he wouldn't. Right now he's holding it gingerly.
So the count 1-2 with one out, and Prinz cannot continue here with the injury. So they will make a switch with the hitter. Carter Shoemake getting some practice cuts in. And what they've ruled here is that he was hit by pitch. So what that means is Shoemake will take first base. And the bases are now loaded.
Pinch hitter, someone who's re-entering the game, actually. Ryan Thompson. Oh, gets nailed on the hands there.
Ouch, ouch. Hey, drop the bat. Drop the bat here. Relax here, bud.
That's got to hurt right off the hands.
Hit him right in the wrist, and this is, this is the issue, and you just hope he's okay. You see a lot of kids turn in. I mean, you see big leaguers do it. They turn into the ball, and it runs up and in and hits them either, in the wrist off.
Is remember that these are all all-stars. All these players are some of the very best in their individual leagues. So you might see someone on the bench. He might be the number 3 or 4 hitter, might be a starting shortstop, and then now he comes to all-stars. He may sit for a little bit, which is kind of tough. And we'll sneak a peek there, and that ball just getting the very end, maybe the pinky. And what's really hard about that, it didn't hit him solid, but again, that pinky is wrapped around the knob of the bat.